What's going on, y'all? We got to talk about some basketball wives news. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye, and we are back in the building, baby. Now, I had meant to cover this a couple of days ago when it initially kind of all broke, but there was so much going on, y'all. It's been so much going on. So we're gonna cover it today. All right. So with basketball wives, as we had spoken about before, there seems to have been some changes going on behind the scenes with the production companies. And when we thought that they were finished filming and we had heard that it was lit, all of a sudden we hear that they're refilming again. Okay. They're reshooting. And this can either go really, really well or really, really bad. But it's sounding like Basketball Wives could be in jeopardy of losing one of its OG stars. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean for the franchise, but if reports are to be believed, we may not be seeing much of Malaysia Pargo this coming season, according to a new report by Urban Bell Mag. Now, I'm going to be pulling from a couple of different sources here to kind of pull all of these stories together. So I want you guys to just follow where we're going right now. So you guys know that they are bringing back Brandy Maxiel, DJ Duffy, Brooke Bailey, British Williams, and Angel Brinks, along with, of course, Jackie Christie, Jennifer Williams, and Nia and Noria Dorsey, the sisters from last season that we were introduced to. Okay. So we know that Evelyn quit. OG wasn't asked back, I believe. And then we also have Shawnee, who is allegedly making appearances here and there. No word on whether or not we'll still get any of that. Because as you guys know, Shawnee is living the good life with her Pastor Bay. Okay. So anyway, and she's in a whole different state. But I don't really even think that matters anymore because I think with this franchise, you could pretty much live wherever you want and they'll just fly you into Los Angeles to film and then they'll follow y'all wherever y'all go. But anyway, so we had already heard that there had been an altercation between Brooke Bailey and Malaysia Pargo, and we already knew that Brandy Maxiel and Malaysia were no longer cool. Now, we're told that we're going to find out what happened between Malaysia and Brandy on the show. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this plays out because, as we're being told, Malaysia has clashed with all of the newbies, with the exception of the returning sisters and Jackie Christie. And I could not find word on whether or not she ever became cool with Jennifer Williams because they still were not on the best of not in the best of places last season. Okay, especially after Malaysia threw that table at Jennifer a few years ago. But anyway, so what we're hearing is now that the cast was either trying to ice her out allegedly. Let me put this down here at the bottom. Okay. Um, the alleged badge. Okay. We're hearing that the cast is trying to ice her out. And now we're hearing also, too, that she is not filming much with the new changes that have been going on with this continued filming. Now, this isn't always a bad thing, okay? Because sometimes, like with the case of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they started with one production company and they ended with another. And then we got what was a pretty good season of first season for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So it wasn't all that bad, okay? So here's the thing though, with Malaysia only kind of really filming scenes with Jackie and the sisters, I don't know what kind of show it's really gonna make, especially because I always hate this idea of icing out a cast member. You know what I'm saying? However, there are some fans who feel like she is receiving what basically they did to OG. So a lot of people think that Malaysia had this coming. I personally just don't like it when, again, one cast member is iced out or isolated or whatnot, because I just kind of feel like you are on a cast and it's an ensemble and everybody needs to try to, in some way, shape, or form, get back on the good foot. Okay. Now, to take things a step further, we had, that, of course, we talked about the altercation between Brooke and Malaysia, but we also had one of Malaysia's good buddies, Zella Swag, comment on a post that featured Brooke Bailey in what appears to be either like some type of yellow or lime green or of some sort. It looks to be like a fashion show that Jennifer was walking in and the ladies were there filming and supporting. And Zell Swag commented, and this is from the BBWT Inc. guys, so please follow them on Instagram. That's my boo right there. Zell Swag says, "Who is the Green Lantern with the botch booty?" Firing off some shots at Brooke Bailey, to which we cannot confirm that Brooke Bailey is responding to Zell or not. But what she did post was this IG story right here, and it looks like she's sweeping up something. Um, I don't really know. I can't really tell. Okay. So we don't know if that's her response or not. But what we do know is it may not be all bad for Malaysia right now, because what we have learned is that Malaysia is following DJ Duffy. Now, this could be a sign that DJ Duffy is going to be the bridge that could potentially bring Brandy and Malaysia back together, because as you guys know, DJ Duffy and Brandy are very, very close. They even Malaysia and Duffy even kind of had a little bit of tension when Duffy first came around, because of just some friction over their relationship with Brandy, because they were both kind of besties with her. So with the news that Malaysia is following Duffy and that Duffy is also following Malaysia, it may be a way for Malaysia to really kind of come back into this group that she really started, to be quite honest with you, as far as the LA franchise is concerned, and really make amends with Brandy via this new, at least, following of Brooke right here. That tells me somebody has made a way for bygones to be bygones in this kind of two-sided group of basketball wives. So that's exciting to me, because again, I don't like it when someone is iced out. And if it's going to be more of what we had seen before, I don't want to see it, right? So the only other people that Malaysia is following from the cast are Jackie Christie and Naria Dorsey. I could not find if she was following her sister Nia. I didn't see that, but I looked and I couldn't tell that she was following anyone else. Okay. But there are the sisters right here. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? I mean, I feel like there is hope for this situation. I know that some of you guys just don't care for Malaysia at this point anyway, but I like Malaysia. I have liked her since season one, and we always got to remember our reality TV stars are going to be imperfect, and they're not going to always do the things that we feel like are the right things or are the best things. But we follow them because we want to see how things play out in these complicated relationships. So I myself, especially because Brandy and Malaysia were so tight and they were so close, you just got the feeling that they were like sisters, especially the last time that British was actually on the show. I would like to see them kind of find their way back together. I think that would be interesting. But if Malaysia is no longer really interested in filming the show, like, where does it really go from there? I mean, Jackie Christie makes the show. There's no denying that. But you still need that balance, and I think that Malaysia provided that balance. And it would be nice to have, you know, Jennifer's an OG, and then you would have Malaysia as an OG as well from their respective franchises in this one. I just think that would be a nice combination cast to see where things go. And it'll be also interesting to see who the main cast is going to be, because some people are going to be like, they usually have 5 to 6 main cast, and then they will have your B characters and your people who are supporting and in those supportive roles. So I'll be interested to see who the 5 centerpieces are going to be for this season. My expectation is that it will be Jennifer, Jackie, Malaysia, Brandy. That's 4. Who would make for the 5th? Would it be Brooke? Would it be British? Duffy? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Whenever we get the season, I feel like but at this point, I mean, we're not going to get it until like July or August at this point. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. If you're still interested in Basketball Wives, or if you ready to fly off to Dubai and find and look at these housewives of Dubai and get into Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and DC. Let me know what your thoughts are about this whole situation. I have some thoughts about VH1 shows in general and what they need to do in order to like really step up their game, because I feel like the way they're going about with their reality TV content is a little bit outdated, and I think that they need to play some catch up. Okay. So anyway, that's the news that I have for you guys for now. Make sure you guys follow the channel, continue to support, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button, and I will catch you in the next